You have to understand, either you are with us or you are against us.
So black man would have never did that. Yeah, man, Barack Obama for winning a round two.
Okay, so it is what it is. I'm not alone until I got the whole familia with me tonight. Yes, y'all. What it do? What it do? It's your man, 50 grand, Kevin Barnes, militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer. Outlaw Radio, live from the basement on a Monday night. What it do? 414. I am not alone. I got my crew with me. I got part of them. We still waiting on that boy Kmart, the ghetto witch doctor, to chime in. But like I said, man, I would like to introduce you to my panel tonight. So it's ladies first. The Juice Lady cometh. What's going on, sis?
Hey y'all, this is the juice connoisseur, not a talker but a doer, Miss Francois, the owner of Alky's Juices, now Alky's Wellness, and the podcast host of Conversation with Francois. So, how y'all doing tonight? Hey Kev.
Good, how you doing?
How's everybody doing tonight? Hey Rev.
Hey.
I gotta get at Kamar because I think I must have forgot to send Kamar the link. So I gotta think I might have forgot.
Okay.
Like, man. Oh, I could never do that to the homie, man. I could never do that to him. Let me bring him in. Oh man. What's going on, man? I'm sorry, Real. Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
I'm Real, author of 12 Steps to Becoming Your Own Dope. Also published the Multidimensional Mindset Gratitude Journal, and currently has scheduled to release my third book, 40 Ways to Get $40.
40 ways to get $40. What is that a play on? I keep hearing you say that. What is that a play on? 40. What's up with what's the significance of the $40?
It was an old, they had that old sound clip of that cat from what's that, Baby Boy, when when he was trying to buy that dress, and Tyrese told him it was $40, and that's how he responded with that $40, shocked and shit.
Okay.
So now people say it when you quote them a price.
Okay. I just wanted to know because I heard $40, was a substitute for something else. But welcome to the show, everybody.
Man, I know $40. Well,
we both looked up like, what are 40 ways to make $40?
I mean, that too. You know what I'm saying? Now you got your options. You can choose how you want to make that 40 instead of having to settle for how somebody trying to tell you to get that 40.
Right, man. Welcome to the show. It's what we do on Monday nights, man. We just want to acknowledge some of the things that have happened in the news since we were last on, which was I didn't even do Outlaw Nation last Thursday, because I was just tired, But I'll be on tomorrow night again with the Big Black Sports Show. Then we'll do Outlaw Radio again on Wednesday, and Thursday night I'm gonna do Outlaw Nation again this week. Just hang out, have some fun, talk shit. You know how we do it, man. But if you want to get involved with the show, the number's on the bottom of the screen, and there's also a cash app there. I don't mind if you drop a line, right? We're trying to build some over here, right?
Right.
But man, listen, rest in peace to gospel singer LaShawn Pace. And I knew she was a gospel singer because my wife is like a fan. I recognize the name. So she passed, she was 60 years old. And then there was a mass shooting in what was it, Arkansas, Dumas? It was a car show and like 20 people got shot or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was crazy. So our prayers up for them. And then there's like last week, like it's been shootings all over the city.
We just had a shootout, a couple of them.
Right. Yeah, we had one in the middle of broad daylight. I was gonna talk about it tonight. The one on 34th and right. Like I see a mother and the son was charged this morning for that. But I mean, Milwaukee is, when does it really stop? You think, okay, weather up here gets cold, it gets snow, it gets ice. It don't really stop. It used to calm down a little bit when it got colder, but now it's no chill.
No more.
People just blowing.
It don't be too cold no more. That's the thing, because it used to be some winters, but the winters ain't been, they been kind of sweet. I can still roll up on you. It's been
knock on wood.
Yeah.
She challenging Mother Nature over here. We didn't be mess around, have 20 inches of snow in early June.
Right. But then, I'm from that area. You always want to shout out Atkinson. 33rd and right. Trays all day. But they've definitely been thugging over there for a long time.
Oh,
Yes, since my high school years. It's been yes.
Yeah, when you said those, some street names here are synonymous with crime. Like when you hear them, that's the way Milwaukee is set up. Like some streets, if you say you from there, people already know you done seen some shit. Like where you grew up at? Oh, I grew up on Center. People like, oh damn.
Look, right.
Oh man, I grew up on Cherry. Oh shit, like for real. Right is one of those streets. I grew up on 26 and right. Damn, I feel right. It's always been over there, man. That's 53206. So yeah, it's some area codes that's notorious up here, man. Now it used to be good streets too, because you'd be like, man, yeah, I grew up on Hampton. You'd be like, okay, kind of depend on which part or whatever. But now you'd be like, oh damn, for real, like because the whole, it's spread out, so there's really no safe place in the city, man. So you gotta watch your ass up here. Keep your head on the swivel. Also, want to say happy birthday, man. I know he won't never hear me, but just it's important for me. George Clinton is about to turn 80 years old, man. I am a supreme fan of George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, man. To me, that's some of the most beautiful black music ever made. And people say, God damn, one song, 25 minutes. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. And the fact that George Clinton has survived,
he was tripping.
The fact that he survived this long with all of the drugs that he took, and he's about to turn 80, it just lets you know, man, God is good, man.
God is good. All the
man.
Right.
All the time. Mr. Carter, man, my bad, bro.
Man, it's great. Hey, it's good to be with y'all today.
Hey, Clark.
What's up, Courtney? What's up, Ray?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Fuck you, Kev. What's up? Y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, I'm in there. I'm like, hey, y'all. I think they forgot about me.
No, man. But you know what? It's just because Relly and myself was talking because we was testing the connection. So we got to talk about the hood, that I grew up in for so long. Like I sent him the link, and when I sent Courtney the link. I said, I'll send Kamar the link when the show starts. So, ain't never that, because hey, you know how that process is. You'd have been new if you didn't.
Hey, man. Hey, look, somebody in there was like, hey, man, you ain't on the show. They started without you. Like,
Damn, Kev. You're not a law Kev. Look, we ain't got no control.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I got to wear that.
How y'all doing, man?
We good, man. I'm so dumb. I even said in the beginning, oh, we still waiting on Kamara. Well, the ghetto witch doctor will be here. I ain't even sent the link. Ain't that about a trip, right? This shit is real, man. Right? No more cookies. But yeah, man, welcome to the show, man. How you doing, man? Now you had Meatless Mondays. Talk about Meatless Mondays a little bit for the people.
It's live, man. It's popping down here. I came outside to do it so I could hear the show and so y'all could hear me. You know what I mean? We got loaded nachos and street corn today. And then we also got banana pudding ice cream, strawberry cheesecake ice cream, the strawberry vitality, the original vitality. We got the dips down here. Yeah.
Right. And so
we got come on, Kev, you got to heal up, man, so we could get deep down here, man. Go live from down here.
Look, I was going to say, I'm going to go log off and go meet Kamar up there and then log back in.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? I'm man, trust me, brother. I'm on the mend, man. I can't even listen.
I know, man. I'm good to heal up.
I'm gonna be all right, man. I don't know when I'm gonna be back to what I was, but I take halfway at this point. I take halfway, man. But it's been a journey, but I'm gonna be there because I want to get down there, man. We made a pact that we was gonna take Outlaw Radio out to the community. So, and just so happened when we did that, my back was like, you ain't finna take shit nowhere. Sit down. I was like, oh, okay. I forgot I was old and shit. So yeah, man, y'all get out, man. If y'all out and y'all want some good vegan food, some good vegan snacks, man, holla at the man. And you can go down to the Taste off 35th and Capitol. Like we know black people don't know streets, but they know locations. So you say it's right by the post office. They be like, oh shit,
right next door to the post office.
Right by the post office. Oh, you talking about that little club? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
go down
Hey,
there. That's
I'm actually looking at the post office right now.
right.
Right there.
Right. And some of us, and sometimes places have been things in the past, so you know it from. So, oh, that used to be Club Eve. Like, dude, nobody remembers that shit, man. It was a disco joint when you was going there in the goddamn 70s. But yeah, man, welcome to the show, man. I'm glad you out and about. I'm glad you got with us, man. Because we had talked about, well, I had said happy birthday to George Clinton because I was
Did I get
talking
a
about
happy birthday though?
you was all up in New York flossing happy
I
birthday.
even
We
tuned in because I was supposed to play some live music from the concert, and then you ended the show when I came on. What was that
man.
about? Let's handle this first before we get into the show.
Oh man, if you really,
Uh,
we told this story. We talked about this on the air. You just hadn't been listening. I actually made a mistake that night because I did what you should never do. Is I ate some edibles, some gummies, right? Like, and it was cool for about the first 45 minutes, and then that shit started
man,
psychedelic on me, right? Like, get the fuck out. Uh-uh.
went bad. The show went bad. It ended early, all type of shit.
I seen that when I logged on, and I was like, "Why the show ended? It's like 8. What y'all doing?" I'm like,
No, look, I had a great interview with Robert Moran. Shout out to Robert Moran, Water Life Action Coalition. I had a great interview with him. It's about an hour, about 50, but yeah, about an hour long. And I had intended on, going on with the second part of the show. Uh, After that, man, I crash and burn.
what,
Listen,
what did you? What made you take this edible? Let's get into that, Kev. Why?
why you don't get in situations, circumstances? I know the feds be watching my line and whatnot. I don't want to, do nothing like that, incriminating, indict myself or nothing like that in the justice system. I'm just saying it's something that I tried. Like, okay, this is because you're always looking for a healthy alternative. So you figure if smoking is bad for you or something like that, and you want to get a little buzz, okay, people say grab an edible, right? I mean, it's not like, come on now, it's not like I ain't never ate no edibles
What
before.
did you have? May I ask?
I
Was it
just
like
had
a
some. It
cookie?
was like it was some candy. It was like gummy bears and shit. Like, and to me, it was candy. So
You
I
ate a
ate.
couple of them?
I ate a plethora of them.
Oh my gosh, Kev. I thought you ate like one and was tripping. You ate a couple and then hopped on the air. Okay,
Oh man, and
got
I'm telling you, because I love doing this so much. And you think you get a nice buzz and you on the air is fly, right? You having a good time. It's just like it got to a point where I was like, dude, I don't know if this room's supposed to be like spinning like this
it.
or
I need
or
to lay down.
right, I'm trying to see colors, like different colors and shit. Like, hold on, wait a minute now. So yeah, I had to get off that night. We had you on briefly. We shouted you out. We shouted you out for your birthday. We told the people where you was at, and then even Kamar was looking like, "Yeah, all right, bruh." And then he just laughed at me afterwards because he's like, "I knew something was wrong. I was on here holding on for dear life." Like, and Outlaw Radio will be back next week. Fucking son
Damn,
of
don't do
a-
that no more, Kev. You can't eat a couple edibles and then hop on. Try just like one or two next time before
Yeah,
you hop
no,
on. One or two.
we talked about this too. I'm actually cool on the edibles. It's like, I mean, to eat to everybody, to each his own or whatever. But it's a little bit the control mechanism is not there. Like, if you're gonna smoke, I don't know how this show turned into how to smoke, like get high or whatever. But it is what it is. It's Monday night. But if you eat it and it's in your system, it's there and you really have no control over where you're going. But now, if you smoking, you can say, "Man, I'm high. I'm gonna put this out." So it's
But
just
you
it's just
can control it. You just can't eat that many. See, you ate way too many. You was supposed to start small, Kev, not big. Small.
That's the problem with edibles, though. You know what I mean? You be eating them and you be thinking
Mhm.
it ain't in, so you keep eating it.
Yeah, it definitely feel like it ain't working. Then when it
Right.
kick in, they be like, damn. Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the show. I don't know how this came reading all of a sudden. We supposed to be talking about stuff that's positive for the people. We don't hear talking about, yeah, what you do is you get it and you roll it up. I mean, and listen, I'm pro marijuana anyways.
Edibles are positive.
Yeah. Huh?
Edibles are positive.
That's
No,
right.
I'm pro marijuana. I'll tell anybody that. Like, I believe in, because over a lot of the pills and potions that they would prescribe you with when you go to see a physician, and that is way too many P's to say in a row ever again. Um, I'd rather because to relieve pain or to stimulate the appetite or get some sleep or stuff like that, like ain't nothing better than marijuana. Like, I don't know what they Now, I haven't tried crack or coke or like cocaine or nothing, so I don't know. It's a heroin addict somewhere talking about bullshit. But I
They
wouldn't
don't
know.
be that hungry from what I see. They don't be
Okay.
hungry.
You don't it don't stimulate the appetite. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Shout out to Ewok the Great in the chat room. I see you, bro. Jesse Parrish, man. Y'all shared the show. So yeah, man. We had talked about this earlier, but last week, like in the middle of the day, there was like this massive shootout. Like, and so people were going live. I seen a lot of people just there with their phones out, because now you got hood news gatherers. Like, we about to damn near put Fox 6 and all them cats out of business, man. Because by the time they get there and set up their van and they camera and all that shit, it be somebody on Facebook who done already told you everything that happened.
Yes.
And they know the people involved. Like that little Ray right there, man, that's him laying in the street, man. Like, he telling you the whole thing, right? And the news get there like, oh, it was a shooting. And so, it was in the middle of the day, but today they charged a mother and a son. I guess like 4 people were shot. Nobody died, graciously. But man, this is the thing that happens all too often in Milwaukee, though. Like, the gunplay right now is sick with it. Like, just I've never seen a time in this city where we had so many shootouts on the highway. Do y'all realize how many shootouts we've actually had on 43 and 94 over the last 3 years? If you go back and look, it's at least 5, 6, maybe more, where cats just added and they just jumped down on the E-way riding and busting on the front. It's like, what the fuck is this, man? So yeah, it's wild. Milwaukee, I keep saying Milwaukee's like one of those big budget action movies in the summertime. It's like car chases and
Wild Midwest.
right.
Look, it was almost a shooting at Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. I was with the kids. All the people got to run into the door. I'm like, oh shit! Grab the kids, pull them close. We in the corner. People running. They bum rushing the door. They like somebody had a gun. They pulled it on somebody, so I got them close. But then I see a dude come out the cut. He come running from the back. He hop over the little barricade, pull a whole kitchen knife out his pants. I'm like, oh, okay. So we look. I don't know if it's safer inside or outside. We still in this corner. Like, I don't.
Courtney, you need to be the black person who the news interview when they get to the point.
Like, come here, kids.
They need your commentation.
No, wait, hold on. We missed a very key element of this story. This dude was at Chuck E. Cheese with a kitchen knife. I'm trying to figure out.
I have my gun too. I take my gun everywhere, first off. So I wasn't tripping off the gun being in there, but if somebody pulled it on somebody, then okay. But yeah, he pulled a hole out the long knife out the pants.
Now hold on. Like, was it a butcher knife or was it like a knife? Like,
it wasn't even a butcher knife. It was like a long steak knife, meat knife. It was
corned beef.
It was a ham knife. A ham carving knife.
It was somebody grandma knife. It wasn't no new. I was like, oh.
I mean, was he gonna cut his own pizza? I don't understand.
Look, he ran out the door with it. I'm like, yo, so we gonna stay in here because I don't know what's happening out there.
Listen, I'm calling right now. I'm calling a flag on Chuck E. Cheese because I want to know what the hell Chuck E. Cheese is putting in his pizza, because the Chuck E. Cheese have more action than any club. If you think about over how long has Chuck E. Cheese just been notorious for people just go up in there and just get to just all out brawling, little kids getting kicked all upside their head, crying and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it they putting in this pizza? Like, what's up with the pizza, man? They need to investigate that sauce, man. Black people say
my kids kept asking for something too. I'm like, no, we ain't getting this pizza. No, come on, what we want? No, you might be.
And I had them out there bad, like, come on, mama, let's get some little cheese on it, some pepperoni on it. I don't know.
Do Chuck E. Cheese still serve beer?
Yeah, well, I think they stopped because of the fights. I'm serious, like it ain't. And see, this ain't even one. This ain't one they can just pin on us as black people, because I done seen a Chuck E. Cheese full of Mexicans getting down. Going at it, belt buckles and boots and shit flying everywhere. Sombreros and party hats and shit's crazy, man. So I don't even know. I don't know what's up with Chuck E. Cheese, man. Like, what? How is that though? Like, and it's like the place where you take your kids for parties. And they don't even do the animatronic joint no more. Because when I was little, we went to what was called Showbiz. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
I remember Showbiz too. But you know, I done took my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese when she was real little, right? And the
Right.
way these kids be running around and shit, man, I be ready to push somebody else's kid out the way.
Yes, yes,
You know what I mean? They a little rough, man, pushing on my baby and shit, and you know, so I,
right,
so you know
man.
what I mean. You can't lose it, I guess. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no self control.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cause
like
I
I
be
said,
overprotective like that. Like I had my daughter at the zoo. And I take her and her little brother to the zoo or something. You know, they be over by the monkey bars where all the kids playing. And you know, sometimes it be kids that be over there that's kind of rough and rude and all that shit. And you know what I mean? You know, the protective part of you want to come out, but gotta remember they all kids, right?
yeah.
I was gonna say you that daddy that be standing by the monkey. I was too when
I'm
I'm.
that parent too. I'll be right there just in case. And then I'm look at the parent like, hey,
I ain't gonna
hey,
lie, I
Hey,
was.
hey.
hey, I didn't ask the kid where they daddy at.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? Where your daddy at?
You know what? Normally, when my children were small and I would take them to the park, which is something I absolutely enjoy doing. It's crazy how this conversation is evolving tonight. I love taking my kids to the park when they was little, right? And it would be other kids there, but I would just converse with the kids. What's your name, little man? You know, who you here with? That's your cousin, that's your friend. Like I'd be standing there talking to them. Like, they
Yeah,
be, they looking at me like I ain't supposed to talk to strangers, but it's obvious I'm here with my two children. I'm not freaky Jason. You know what I mean? So it is,
Oh,
it
that's
was
nice, Kev. I don't be talking to none of them kids. I don't know
if you don't like kids, something's wrong with you. Like I seen Mary J. Blige with a statement talking about she didn't want to have kids because she don't want to be responsible for nobody else and all this. She's so used to doing what she want to do. That sound like
but
somebody who can't. That sound like somebody who can't have kids would say.
I ain't never cared for
yeah.
kids, Kev. I didn't
Kim,
think I would
I
have
like
none.
kids. I like kids, but you know, at the same time, man, I gotta protect mine at the same time, man.
I like my kids. You know what I'm saying?
She
I
said,
like
"I like
mine.
mine."
They cool. It be some other cool ones out here, but majority I like mine. You
I
know.
like all kids,
And
man.
you know,
I
like,
love
and then
kids.
like, I really don't be want to conversate too much because you know the times we living in. You know what I mean? I don't want to get looked at like I'm trying to be extra friendly to the kids and shit.
Oh
Cause
no,
I
no.
will walk up on you, Kev. Hey man, what you talking to my kids for? What's wrong with you?
I
What's wrong
You
with
was
know
you?
what I mean?
look
Like
at you.
I feel offended if I catch another grown man talking to my daughter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
I
saying?
hey
mean,
man.
yeah, yeah. It ain't awkward. I'm not standing over with a bunch of little girls who on a
Right.
swing talking about what your name is. It ain't that. I'm saying, but I'm saying with my children and they playing. All the kids that's running around, I'm conversing with them. I'm not, going out of my way handing out lollipops or no shit like that. But if a
Yeah.
parent ever did approach me and say, "What are you talking about, son?" For, I'll say, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm an adult, so I'm here actually supervising mine. So when I'm supervising one, I'm supervising them all. So, and if that's something that offends you, I don't know what to tell you besides maybe take your kids somewhere else. Because as long as mine out here, I'm watching everything moving. So I don't know if yeah.
You know, in Milwaukee, that response to down there caused conflict because it sounded like you was being a little aggressive. You know, in
I
Milwaukee,
mean,
did it? It turns up just because
I
the
ain't,
way you responded. Like I feel a little disrespected. So you saying I ain't watching my kids?
hey,
You saying?
fair exchange ain't no robbery. I'm from here too, right? Like I'm from here too, right? I'm from 17th
Right.
and Capitol Drive. So if it go there, I'm already on my Milwaukee shit too. Like motherfucker, don't nobody want your goddamn food. Move around with that bullshit. Like I ain't, I ain't holding. I'm so sorry, ma'am. No, well, okay, well, shit, I ain't okay.
Right.
Oh, this motherfucker, right? Like that's what people in Milwaukee always say. And they always ask the question like the person ain't standing there. What's wrong with this motherfucker? He's standing right there. Ask him. Ask him what's wrong with his. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, y'all better be aware too. Those of us who, Sleepy Joe. One of the only things Sleepy Joe did do was give us that little child tax credit joint. If you got kids, and I know a lot of us is tax superstars. I ain't never really been able to hit the income tax lick with the multiple children because I only got two kids, right? And so but I'm saying we if you took the child tax credit and you were getting, I think it was $300 extra a month on your in your bank account, you gonna get less on your tax return. So I don't want you to be up in H&R Block trying to fight and shit, and oh goddamn, they shooting at they shooting at H&R Block.
And the taxes was a little low.
Right.
Yes, but
And there's so many people who do taxes. I see people all the time. Like I do taxes during the tax season. You have people running like a motherfucker for their life because you done took this damn child tax credit. So be aware what you did when you got the child tax credit, man. Sleepy Joe ain't did much, but he got that done. I'm glad I got everybody here tonight though, because I actually want to have we talked about this. We discussed this on a prior show, on a previous show rather. This whole deal with Kanye West and like now the behavior of Kanye West in regards to his divorce, how he's been behaving since he's been divorced from Kim Kardashian. And so a lot of us have said that this is unhealthy. It's not a good look for Kanye. And it was a situation that was kind of perilous when you think about all of the crazy dudes who really be whacked out. Like she trying to keep me from my kids, and oh man, she doing this or doing that, and they end up murdering, the woman or whatever. It's a lot of violence perpetrated against women in relationships where the dude is just bugging when they broke up, right? Like so. Now they removed him from the Grammy Awards because of his latest behavior on social media. Now, first, I'm not an award show dude, so I don't give a shit about the Grammys. But apparently, it's an honor, right? Like it's if you're in the music business, whatever. So what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about the whole thing? Where does this go from? And people do Kanye a genius, Kanye just a little eccentric. Oh, he misses kids. Even I was sticking up for him, saying, the brother's trying to be a father and all this. But then this shit just starts to get creepy and shit, bro. He starts saying cryptic shit. So what do y'all think about them taking him off the Grammys?
I mean, I don't care.
Okay.
People, they standards, what they think
And
is
you think his
good.
behavior is healthy. So if you broke up with a man and he's behaving like
I'm
Kanye,
saying,
you'd be like, oh, that's just huge. That's just normal. You
I'm
would think
saying,
if he was like really at you. But then what is he really doing though, too? I guess I
That's
got to look at that. Okay.
right. It's like people handle things different and people grieve differently. You know what I'm saying? Then for you to move on ASAP, like I know we just broke up. Now you fucking with
let
this
me ask
nigga.
you, hey,
Now you
did he
playing with
do
the
any?
kids and shit.
Did he
Yeah,
do any?
yeah,
What
yeah.
did he
But
do to Kim?
okay, so he's saying I don't want my daughter on
What did he do
TikTok.
to Kim?
He's saying you keeping me out of intentionally keeping me away from my children for like birthday parties and whatever they're doing. And so they're basically kind of fighting this thing out in the press, in the public.
Right. And these are really normal
So
situations.
they,
You
so
know what I'm
they mad
saying?
at him, and
Right.
they just point
Well,
the
I don't know
finger
how
at him.
old his daughter is because I haven't kept up with it,
They,
but
they
I was
tangle.
anti-social media. My wife and we were anti-social media with our daughter for a long time
Yeah.
until she got to a certain age. And my daughter was all, very smart. So she had went and set her up a whole Instagram joint and everything. She was super young. My wife was like, oh, no, 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 you don't. So we used to have to take her devices and sweep them every now and then. My wife would take it and be like, no, bring me that MP3 player, whatever it is that she has. So I understand him not wanting his kids to be like TikTok, be objectified on TikTok and all this kind of thing. I understand that with Kanye, but even his back and forth with DL Hewley, like when he say stuff like, "Oh, I got enough money to get you hurt," and DL Hewley's a comedian, and he absolutely got roasted. Like, then he brought out the part of DL Hewley that's cerebral, because remember, DL Hewley is one of the most cerebral comedians that we have. He started taking him apart piece by piece, just like using his behavior and using some of the stuff he said, and people like, "Oh, DL wrong. He making fun of a mentally ill person." I'm like, if a mentally ill person tell you I'll get you hurt, is you just gonna say, you know what, it's okay because you're mentally ill? You're gonna be like, man, don't get your crazy ass over here. I'm sorry. That was
Okay, so if a mentally ill person tell me you hurt, do I talk about him and egg him on? You know what I mean, or do I try to squash the shit?
what?
To
Yeah,
me,
that's a good question.
this
I think if I really feel like this motherfucker's mentally ill, I'm gonna try to squash the shit because I don't want him to go crazy and really put some money up to get me hurt. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I feel like DL Hewley played a part in it too. Everybody like to point fingers, man, but I don't give a fuck what the problem is. Both people play a part,
Okay.
Right.
whether you right in the situation or wrong. You play a part in it too because it's somewhere where you could have stopped the shit. It's
Right.
somewhere where you could have put a heart to the whole demonstration. So everybody play a part. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And as far as them taking him out the Grammys, talking about his behavior and shit, man, fuck them. He going through what he going through in his life, man.
Right.
He ain't
Okay.
got nobody in his corner. Ain't no motherfucker telling him what to do, how to live, how he should be. That was his mother.
Right. That's true.
You know what I mean? Everybody can talk the shit they want to. He's still a good father.
Yeah, man. That's very true. You know what? Once again, and shout out to you. You're right. But this is not the era that we live in. We're not talking about two private citizens here. We're talking about individuals who are celebrities. So when
That's
you
their problem. That's their
Right.
fault
It's
that
like,
they
cause I'm
famous.
still gonna do real nigga shit that I
well, I'm
do.
saying when
You
you
know
do
what I'm saying?
okay, so my mama used to tell me, this is what my mom used to tell me. You act a fool in public, I'm gonna beat your ass in public. Right? So like these
Right?
entertainers do stupid shit online and it's all press and it's all publicity for them to move. You know, an album is coming. Donda, the album is coming. So this is perfect. This is this could possibly be a great PR stunt. Just he get so
Right.
notorious, he got banned from the
Hey, listen,
Grammy.
man, they buying his album because they want to hear what he got to say next.
Right, right. We want to hear your crazy
It's
ass talk.
genius.
And like,
This shit is genius. He keeping himself
Right.
relevant.
yeah, and that's the
He
thing. They
ain't, he
said
ain't
what
did
good
nothing to
publicity or
Kim.
bad publicity.
He ain't physically did nothing to Kim or nobody.
Yet. Let's hope it don't extend
Well,
into
I
that.
mean, see, well, we can't talk like he had.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be preventative, though, brother. Come on now. Sometimes
But
you got
we
to be.
have these type of
We
issues
can't stop
on the
him, but us
regular though
talking
in our
about it can't
communities,
stop
and it
him.
ain't. It's just his shit is public. People go through these divorces, go through these grievances, go through these not knowing how to deal with their emotions. And the thing is, since your shit
Yeah.
is public, you have more people judging and got shit to say. So that's gonna make you snap a little bit more. If I'm going through a breakup, a divorce, and it's already this personal shit going on, and now the whole world is involved and talking. See, it adds it's layers to the shit, man.
You
It's
knew the
layers.
job was dangerous.
Everybody don't know how to deal with shit, man.
Yeah,
You
because
know what I mean? You
I
see it
don't.
every day. You see it on your timeline every day, all day. People
It's
putting their business on Facebook, talking about what's going wrong in their life, what's fucked up, who they mad at, and all this shit. People do it all the goddamn time. It's
And then
just
get
a
mad when
fuck.
somebody
They famous,
criticized.
but
And that's
they
the whole.
famous. You know what I mean?
But then you can't get mad when somebody criticizes you if you put all your shit on social
You
media.
can't.
Shout
Right?
Right.
out
You
to
can't.
Stephanie Rose. She said, Kanye out here looking like OJ. And I think that's the fear. That's the fear, though. We like how long did people ignore? And you know what, I got to stop because I'm not even a person who's totally convinced OJ did it, right? Like, so I don't even want to go there, but I'm just saying the whole situation that ended up, the accusations that was levied, it was always a weird situation like this. Like, and some of these dudes just don't bounce back right. Like, and Courtney even, and some of these women either. Courtney just said it. These divorces, these breakups, this dysfunction, it happens all the time in the community. But these motherfuckers ain't sold 50 million records. They ain't worth $2 billion. So I feel like a lot of this, I think we don't have a dog in the fight. Because if Kanye say something slick to DL Hughley, DL Hughley got the right to say something back to him. He's a comedian. Imagine if
Yep.
if everybody
Yep.
who a comedian said something about got mad at him and got at him. I'm gonna beat your ass. It's like, dude, he's
Yeah.
a comedian, man. So it's all
that don't
foolishness.
mean nothing, man. Because DL Hughley wasn't like it be his show was not some comedic shit. He be talking some real shit. So you talking about me, you're not being funny. This is really what you saying and how you feel. This you're not joking.
Where's the
So
lie?
yeah, now I will have somebody come touch you. And I mean, and we feel like that in the hood. You talking that shit, I will send somebody to beat your ass.
You gotta be careful with who you say that to.
You
I
do,
tell people that all the
indeed.
time. Like, you be careful when you go to
You
saying that.
do.
You don't know, a motherfucker might see you before you see him. Like I say, man, I'm from Milwaukee too. I sometimes you gotta remind other Milwaukee
Hey,
people of
what
that
made Kanye say something about DL?
because DL made jokes about it. Like he made a joke about him, like about and
Oh,
DL
so
spoke about
so Kanye responded to DL. See what I'm
yeah,
saying? See
yeah.
what I'm talking about? It's a place where both people play a part, man.
I mean,
DL start talking about some shit that wasn't on his business really. He's a comedian, he can. He could talk about what he wants to. I'm just saying when you open your mouth for shit, you open the door.
shout
You
out to
know what I
Jesse.
mean? And then when you respond, you open the door even wider.
Shout out to Jesse Vaughn, man. He said DL should have minded his business. Ewok said if I was doing what Ye is doing, people would say I'm on some sucker ass shit. Why should we get all these excuses? You know what? Once again, I think everybody has a right to say whatever they want to say. You know what I mean? And we live in this society now where everything is out in the open. If it's out in the open, if you have no anonymity, then if you putting it out there, and what I even said, and I ain't nobody, I even said some of his behavior was disturbing. We talked about that on the show. Like, bro, you looking a little stalkerish. You know, take it off social media. You
Yeah,
know, handle your business. You know, I'm a grown man. I ain't doing custody battles on Instagram. I'm not,
right.
and I don't know if that's his only channel of talking to her. I guess this all comes down to this is his business, right? But he's a celebrity, so we talk about it. So he can't say, "Well, you don't got no opinion." Yes, I do, because it's all over my goddamn Instagram. It's all over my Facebook page. It's everywhere I look. So,
They
you know,
should not be posting it at all. I mean, if they don't want everybody in their business, but it always seems like even if you don't post it, people they're watching you so close and outside your house, they find ways to get it. But also, we don't know what's happening with her. All we know is what he posts and what he says. We really don't know what she doing, what she's saying,
right.
what's happening from that end. So all we can do is really judge him and well, Kim's this and this. We don't know. She could be
All I
talking all
know,
types of shit, saying all types of things. You know what I'm saying? I hope you die, Kanye. Go kill yourself. Jump off bridge, nigga. You know, she could be saying anything. We don't
listen,
know.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. On my pettiest of most pettiness, I have to say, DL Hewley dropped a Tupac hit him up level diss on Kanye. It will go down in history as one of the greatest ones of all times when he said, "You know how fucked up you got to be to make a Kardashian want to go back to a white man." Killed them. Killed him dead, right? Like she with Pete Davidson, like a white dude for real. After damn near, well, she was with the big tall white boy, but he was more NBA-ish, as they say. He was brolic, but she back with a real little wimpy looking white dude now. But yeah, man, it's crazy. You know what? Another thing, since we talking about entertainment and we talk about black imagery all the time, Maury, after 30 years, has been canceled. Finally, Maury has been canceled.
He's retiring. He did not get canceled.
Man, that shit hilarious. More used to be hilarious, man.
He is retiring.
Okay, is that what it is?
Yes. Who's gonna cancel more? You know people love drama.
I, such a
They
bad
cancel
look.
he found the
Only
cheat
thing I
code,
didn't
man.
like, I just didn't like how they exploited it.
Yeah.
Like they, you know what I
But
mean? They
but
exploited the shit out of it. But even
that's how
still, it was
most
hilarious.
You said
that's
that's
how
our what?
most that's how most TV hosts prolong their life. It happened with Jenny Jones. Like you know when a show is trying to hold on for life when they cater to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be either paternity tests or like Ricky Lake type. You know, I grew up seeing Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones,
Right.
Maury Povich, Richard Bay. So it's like they thrived on the drama. You know, Ricky Lake used to have a motherfucker in the back that, like, oh, you say you didn't sleep with him? Let's bring him out. He's like, it's like, damn. But they just
Look,
but
the
they
90s,
it
the 90s was out of
yeah.
control with the talk show shit. You right, man. You are
It was a lot.
absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell you, like, those is like my college years where literally we be in the student center in between classes. That's what we was watching. Or if you wasn't in class, you watching Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Maury Povich, and
Jerry,
Jerry. Come on, man. Like so, but
Right.
people say exploit make it look bad, but a lot of those people volunteered to go on there because they want to get comped a hotel room in New York.
Springer
All
exploited
that.
everybody. I'd
Yeah.
say that about Jerry. He exploited everybody. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he
Jerry.
did.
Right.
He ain't no fuck.
Maury was egregious though, because it'd be like the girl be on there for like the 15th time, and she still like they done DNA tests on dudes that's dead, and like
All of that.
and it don't even be the dead man baby. Like it's like, dude, and this is on here. Like this baby just don't need no father. Just give up. It used to be bad. Man. That used to be. I used to be like, wow.
Hey, we
You know,
still got cheaters though. Look,
Well,
Cheaters is a good one. I like
Oh,
them.
geez,
They gonna
oh my
walk up on you while
God,
you on a
this is
date. So this what you doing, Marquise?
oh my
This what you
goodness.
doing?
Cheaters. You know what? The
Good
best
so
one
you
is
know
when
what?
he jump on that redneck boat and that redneck jugging with that
Yeah,
blade.
he definitely stabbed me.
Stabbed him. You know, one thing I always wondered, like when I used to watch Maury Povich, is they always had what they called a sexy decoy in the green room.
Oh
But
man,
it's like this
It,
this chick kissing on motherfuckers, touching dicks. Like, why was she a hoe? Like, it was a sexy decoy another
they
name?
done went
Like,
and got
because
a
he,
prostitute. Maury, now
right.
Maury went and got a
right,
prostitute put in the
right.
green room.
They call her a sexy decoy.
I'm mad that all these men was just going so easily. You know
There they
you in it.
go.
What
Nigga,
the
you know
hell
you
going
here
on?
with your woman. You on Maury with your woman. You know,
Right.
goddamn well.
Right. Okay, there y'all go. Like that's the $1 million point right there. This whole conversation. It was always a dude there, right? And he'd be like, "Do you know her? Yeah, that's my fiance. How you feel? I love her. We finna get married. Oh, I brought you here today. Let me move my chair back. I brought you here. I'm
Right.
sleeping
They
with
get the
your
scoop ASAP.
transgender cousin, right? I'm sleeping with your transgender cousin." And then he come from backstage like, and just like it used to be, man. This is why the 90s was so wild, man. Like it was just bullshit 24 hours a day. It never stopped. Like
Yeah.
TV, radio, rap.
Yeah.
It was just, man, round the clock, man. That's my favorite decade. I miss it. But now they don't even need it because they have paternity court now. Now they go to judge. The judge and why is the white dude named Jerome on, on paternity court?
They had to mix it up. Ain't nobody seen that before. They're like,
And then
hey,
my
we're gonna play
wife
you
is like,
Jerome.
my wife said,
The
you know, his
security
name
guy,
ain't
right?
really Jerome. Yeah, well, yeah, he's
Like,
a bailiff. Like, why is his name Jerome? Like, his name is not really Jerome, but that's what the judge called him in paternity court. So, yeah, man, too much foolishness, man. Too much foolishness. I don't know. I'm happy to see Maury go. I am. I mean, I think 30 is a good run.
none of
You
it's
know,
reality. That well, I don't know. It's like I know, and I've seen a lot of people who post on Facebook. All right, y'all, we got another episode on paternity court coming up. Like people
they're
going there
on
just to be on the
YouTube.
show. So
They're on YouTube. You can power watch them.
yeah,
I'm telling you, my wife be having them on repeat like early in the morning when she's like cleaning up or whatever. It's just playing endlessly. You are, and then she always take a pause and go to commercial. When it comes to 17-year-old Jamani Johnson, you are, then it'd be like commercial.
it's like, come on, man. Must be-
What's up with that shit? Jerome, give me the envelope. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The shit we do to occupy ourselves, right? Like in our idle time. Now, listen, this is something else too. Once again, y'all tune in tomorrow night for the Big Black Sports Show because this is something I'm gonna talk about on there. But this, I had to rock this with y'all too because I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the United States, the national championship for swimming and the Olympic trials. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to this. You see that there's a transgender male by the
Right.
name of Leah Thomas. I don't know. Did I say it right? I said transgender male. Wait, should that be he's a transgender woman, right?
woman.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not up on I gotta
I
get up
think
on my
Something
trans shit.
like, something like that.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the ballpark, but like no pun intended, right? But no, she is swimming in the Jesse Vaughn said he ain't transgender. He swam in the national champion swim meet, and he won. And it's like, oh, he's the but it's a dude. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm confused again.
no, it
Right.
was a man
You
that then
right.
turned into
You
a
right.
woman that beat all the other women and won. So really,
Right.
it's a guy that won. This now a woman.
Now how about this twist? How about this twist? It's a sister from Africa who they saying she can't because she has manly qualities.
Yeah, I seen that before. Yeah. You got the deep,
Got
hyperthyroidism.
more testosterone than most women.
Yeah, I seen
So
that
they
before.
saying she ain't good.
But the people that actually got the testosterone, that's
Right.
Okay, y'all work with me here. Okay, and Jesse Vaughn said he's in the chat room. He said he just cross dressing. I'm a father, right, and I have a daughter, so I'm imagining. And my daughter was not athletic, and she wasn't athletic. So, but my son is, but my daughter wasn't. She was into like other stuff like arts or whatever. But I'm just imagining myself taking her to some sort of competition. You know, kids, little girls. I want to play soccer, daddy, or I want to play with wiffle ball or whatever. And I get there, and it's a whole little boy with some pigtails on. Talking about I'm playing. I'm sitting there like, no, you ain't. You can't play with. That's a dude. Like y'all playing dodgeball. This dude is dressed up like a girl. He's taking little girls out. Like,
Taking them out. What you
I,
mean?
so when I look at this dude and I say, wait, so they said when he was swimming with the males, he was like 55th and 75th in the country or something. But he swims
Worse
with,
than that.
and now he's a
Yeah, he
champion.
was I think they said number 462nd or something
Damn.
like that.
He was
Dude
shitty.
said he was like, I got an idea. I know
He
how to do
sucked.
this.
He sucked as a man.
He said, I know what I could do. I'll become a woman.
How? Okay. Jesse said he's ranked 467th. That's before he
Yeah.
decided.
Yeah,
Like you
it
said,
was.
Joanna
Yeah,
man.
that's what it was. He thought about it like, yo, if I could beat these women. How
That's
about?
where are we at in this country? I'm a
Shit,
little.
yeah. Yeah, I could beat him swimming.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, we had this. I was talking about this story where there was a transgender MMA fighter who was fighting women and he fractured one of the women's
Yeah,
skulls. And I'm like, how
yeah,
can you allow this? Like, and people say he got rights too. And I hate when they try to say, well, black people should really understand that. And I'm like, you cannot compare being transgender to being black or
Right.
being
What?
gay to being black. There's no parallel. And they like to try to use that, like, well, you should understand. Nah, but not really. It has nothing to. This is who I am. This is my soul. This ain't my sexual preference. I don't want to get into this, right? But I do want to get into it. That's what I'm talking about. Be like, yeah, if you just stop throwing a rock and hiding your hand, right? But I'm just saying, am I the only one who twisted behind this shit? They're starting to let dudes. Okay, if you run a race against a bunch of dudes and you lose, and you say I'm tired of losing, and you go get you a nice wig and say I'm transgender. Now you can go run against the girls. That's just how we do it now. I don't.
It's that simple.
Then
I
you could
remember
go
at our
win.
job, you know what I'm saying? Dudes would come in with wigs and then be like, if you don't call him Markeisha or say that that's a she, you will be fired. You better. And it'd be that simple. Like, he just there with a wig on. And it
We
was
got
when
a
it
call.
first
hello.
started happening. So, we were still at work making jokes. This may be like 20.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got a caller. I'm bringing you in now, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, I get it,
My name
man.
is
Well, they do
Connor.
that shit. You know what I mean? White men been making white women feel inferior since the beginning of time, and that's another reason to make it happen like that.
I'm sorry, Kamar. I talked over you. My fault, brother. We got a caller. I'm trying to figure
Hello?
out. Yeah. You live on Outlaw Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Can you? I'm Lisa Warner. I'm calling from New York.
Okay. What you got to say?
Pardon?
I mean, what you got a comment for the show? You listening to the show? You said you're calling from New
Yeah.
York. Okay.
I want to call for the show.
Okay. What do you want to say? You're live on the show right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Am I on the live stream?
You are live right now. What you got to say? You running out of time.
Okay, so I would like to. Okay, so I would like to talk about how the guy with the red turban is gonna bomb my house, and I do not support matter. Do not support BLM.
Okay. Oh, you trolling.
Yeah, that's what I figured when the call happened that it was some trolling happening. It was like,
trolling.
Oh yeah, it sounded like a troll. I thought it was. I figured it was a troll in the beginning. Man. I figured that.
Yeah, roll that
I
blunt
figured that. Yeah.
roll that blunt like a little bitch.
That's a transgender swimmer right there.
that's probably
Yeah.
what.
Sounded weird. Like, I want to say something on the show. I thought he was going say something like, I'm a transgender swimmer, and I'm offended. Like, come on, man. Like, he said, you're a bitch. I'll beat you up, bro. Lord have mercy, man. Revenge of the Nerds. Radio, right? Geek Meister. Wow. That's fun, man. I love that. That's beautiful, man. I'm glad y'all was here to witness that.
Hey, you
'cause I
know,
wouldn't have it about it, told you.
a lot of people ain't gonna like, things like that, but it is what it is, I mean, the reality is it was a guy who decided to start swimming as a woman and he winning,
Yeah.
And the thing, but it's been plenty of I think it was a power lifter as well. It's now the thing, or it's being more and more prominent, but it's because it's allowed. It's the latest movement.
I mean, I'm looking at this idiot in my chat room talking this shit, talking about somebody got pranked. I don't know what he talked about. He pranked himself because you don't even matter that much here. You don't even matter that much here. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh,
But no, yeah, I'm looking at Jesse Vaughn. He's saying you would think women would be more vocal about their opposition to this. I would think so too. As a matter of fact, I would think women athletes would really have, but there's a lot of boycotting. There's a lot of boycotting and a lot of, there's some backlash behind this. There's people outside these venues mad about this dude. I mean, I said this woman swimming with the girls. I felt weird when the bathroom thing got twisted up, like where a whole grown ass man can just go in the women's bathroom and just be on some, oh, I'm trans. Like my daughter won't. No, baby, you're gonna have to pee. If now I might as well take you in the men's bathroom with me to make sure you go in the stall and I stand guard. Like, okay, you use the bathroom in here. I'm not gonna send you in there with him or her. Wait, what is it? What is it? Her? And people say, Kev, don't be transphobic. I'm not at all. I'm really not. I just think that it's a lot of twists. Like it's very twisted up. Logic is twisted up when we realistically are going to try and blur the line between man and woman.
but how did all this first off become acceptable? Because it's like women should say something, but this isn't happening a whole lot in the Black community, and Black women aren't affected. This is, and most likely, all of this came to be because they probably had white women on their side saying, yes, they need to be fair, it needs to be equal, it needs to be, yeah, and so it probably all came to be because they always with the shit. Now it's backfiring on their ass. Now, I mean, we don't have too many of those issues. Are they fucking with our sports at all? I mean, do we have Black men, white women, transgenders fucking with the shit we do? Really?
I
Well,
think I think it's more of the white men. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I
usually
mean?
white
That's
men
doing
and
it.
it's
Because
fuck with white women.
all through history, white men been shitting on women. White women, black women, all women. They've been making women take the second seat. You know what I mean? Take the second row seat, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
this could be just a whole nother thing where it's like fuck women. We shit on them. We better than them. We these are, you know what I'm saying? Some shit that they do, man. Just
And that,
like they trying to force this whole gay shit, or force the whole gay shit on them. You know what I mean? They gonna force that too. So women won't have no say, nothing. You know, I mean, I think it's more of a white man thing than white women.
I get
yeah.
the
I mean,
gay
I feel
thing.
like it had to, for as far as the white women speaking up and women speaking up. I think that they probably had a hand in these bills and shit being passed for them, even to be a part of these sports. I feel like these men had to have some type of support for this to even be passed, for it to happen. Well, I don't
I
even
ain't,
remember when it happened where they allowed
I'm gonna tell
everybody
you.
to start playing these fucking sports.
I'm gonna tell you where it started. I'm telling you who I got a problem with, and I got a problem with the hardcore feminists, especially the traditional feminists from back in the days, because they were really the core of what they were doing. Now, I don't know if it's closely connected to lesbianism. I don't know. That's not my job to really determine that. But there's a sense of anti-masculinity. It always has been with the hardcore feminists. Like once you start saying, "Oh, I'm a woman and chivalry is dead. Don't no man to open no door for me. You ain't got to make no special concessions for me. I'm a woman. I could do it myself. I could do it myself." And then when brothers start acting like that, it's like, "Oh, you don't know how to treat a woman." So I just I feel like the feminist movement started all of this, like where and people say, well, they're like the same as civil rights workers. I don't think they are, because I feel like they taught divisiveness amongst men and women, in particular, with black men, and like that's why I always said black women, in the civil rights movement and in the early 70s, 60s, 70s, white feminism was not their ally. I don't, I just always looked at it like I don't believe that's their ally. And the black women from them would say, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe so. I've just always been turned off by hardcore feminists because it's always anti-male. Like
Right.
anything I say, all of a sudden is a problem. Oh, you just assume I needed your. If you don't get your ass away from me, go and pick the damn thing up by yourself. Then I ain't gotta help you. I mean, it's just, it's just
Right.
the hard feminism for me was just an issue. So I feel like it started from there. But I'd like to know, because now feminists complain that the transgender cats is taking their jobs and their positions, saying, and that's why the whole Dave Chappelle thing was so funny when he did those jokes that they got mad at him about Bruce Jenner. He said, "This ain't period blood, this cranberry sauce." Just how you woman of the year? He said this bitch ain't never had a period in her life. She woman of the year. It was
Right.
hilarious, right? Like it was funny because it was so true. I don't know. America's really twisted up, man. At what point do we get back to something normal? I know COVID. That's something else I want to talk to y'all about. I know COVID. We're coming off of this quarantine. Y'all know over the last 3 years we ain't paid attention. The world came unscrewed a little bit. This quarantine shit, this COVID shit, it drove us all a little crazy, man. Like think about shit now, the way shit is now in terms of alert and information as opposed to pre-quarantine. Like people still kind of loose and lay. This shit right now is like bonkers to the point where they're saying in Milwaukee County is at an 8-month low for COVID, but they've tested the wastewater, and the wastewater indicates that there may be another outbreak. I'm like, when they start testing wastewater, this shit's in the news network.
I mean,
Story,
they
y'all.
done pulled everybody card, man. So I mean, they pulled everybody card. They seen it work. So now every now and again, they gonna pull that card until people realize it's being pulled. You know, they always talk about some future, like, yeah, this one's going away, but there could be a even worse one in the near future. You know, it's like when you come up with when you can make the threat invisible and ever present, you
Right.
pretty much won, because now it ain't, like in the 80s, like you see how the enemies always change. Like in the 80s, you had the Russians that were enemies or something like that. They had like an Eastern European accent.
The Cold War.
90s it became like Middle Eastern people. Like every decade had a designated enemy.
Right.
But now they done got so cold with this shit that now the enemy invisible. And
Yeah.
you might have it, you might not. You might have it, not know you have it, and give it to somebody else, but you'll never know. Like
And I tell you
Exactly.
what,
it's like
on top of all that, I'm gonna give you a vaccine that don't prevent it or cure it or keep you from spreading it. But when after a few months, I'm gonna need you to get a booster shot to that. Booster shot to what?
or
What am I
lose
getting?
your job.
Right.
Or lose your job. What are you boosting?
Right.
It doesn't cure it. It doesn't prevent me from getting it, and it doesn't get me from
I mean,
transmitting. What am I boosting?
it's hard enough for a nigga to keep his car registered. Now we got to keep our ass registered with up to date shots and shit
You
like
gotta,
that. I mean,
you gotta say
it's,
pause
it's
at
the
that.
it's oh right. But I mean, you got to register yourself just to come outside.
All right,
Because they done pulled the ultimate spin move, man. We gonna
right.
have dates and stickers and tags, to show. You know,
I,
So
it's all about the money.
I've
I,
got a question.
what's your question, Courtney?
So we have this thing where we believe, all these other countries, they're not, information is being withheld. Their countries don't tell them everything. They let them, shit is limited. They watch what they put out there, and we just think we have
Long
all
as
these freedoms and we know everything, and they tell us everything. We believe everything, but it's like, who the fuck is to say that we aren't as goddamn restricted as everybody else? Who's to
I
say that
think
they
we
giving
might
us
be
all the
more.
goddamn
I
information
think
all
we
the
more
goddamn time, and
restricted.
everybody just, man, the government wouldn't do that. They can't lie to us. They said that. And
I,
then the government, nigga, why do you think they just telling us the truth all the fucking time? Like, why?
What you say, Kamar?
I think we more restricted than any other country in the world.
Thinking that
I
they
think
just
our
telling us.
country. I think our country lied to us more than any other country in the world. Them other countries already know what kind of leader they got. They know what the rules is. They know what's happening.
Right. No
It's
wool.
these motherfuckers here that's trying to pull the wool over our eyes and shit, or
Okay.
Motherfuckers
keep
be
the
going
wool
for it.
pulled over our eyes.
And they be going for it. Like, well, they said, like, come on, man.
So if there's a narrative that I would write for myself is that I'm coming out of this pandemic, my trust of the government and the powers that be was severely compromised during this whole deal, because of the misinformation that was disguised as information, right? Like so. eh, When I look at this thing, and people could use like catchphrases, they could say, enzymes and prototypes and genotypes and all the shit you've seen in the USA today. But the reality of this is you don't really know a whole hell of a lot more about COVID today than you knew from the first day it came about. It's the same information you had then is what you have now, except for there's a vaccine that came into play, which became extremely divisive, which has had millions of people who went and got something put in their body that we still don't totally understand what it is. Now, once again, if you got the vaccination, it's not a knock on you. I totally understand your need to be safe and your desire to say, okay, I need some sanity. And I can tell you that COVID is real because I had it and it is real. Whatever it is, whatever it was, whatever that thing was, maybe it ain't called COVID, maybe it's called Leroy or Timmy Tommy or somebody, whatever the fuck you gonna call it. This shit's real because it knocked me off my feet. So whatever, and they said that's what it was. So it could have been somebody say your ass ain't had nothing but the flu. Maybe so. Whatever they was calling it that day was real. So I say I trust the government way less. Even when I look at what happened at the Capitol and the way this whole thing is played out, the information about who was involved,
We
who
ain't
was
seen nobody go to prison yet.
right. Well, people have been sentenced, like the shaman, the shaman, the white dude with the horns on his head, and
Yeah.
they've been given some. But you talking about pawns though. I mean, you know how cold you got to be set up in order for that to happen. I tell you what, you get 50, get 200 of your best friends, and you black, and go to Washington and get in front of the Capitol and just start making a lot of noise. Don't rush it. Don't climb up the wall. Just be out there, just with some music playing. Like we did at the Capitol.
You gonna go to jail for disorderly conduct.
The police will be there with the gypsiness. This shit was open, but they've proven that there were some conspirators up on the Capitol Police Force
With the gypsiness, Cal.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's some Capitol Drive linguistics right there with the gypsiness. we stole that from E40 too, so I ain't. Somebody might hear it. See, you get that shit from E40. We stole it from E40, but we in my neighborhood with the gypsiness. But yeah, man. So I'm just saying I don't trust the government. I see now. I look at so many different things, like with the whole UFO thing. The government has now said that there is some truth to the unidentified flying objects sightings. Well, we already knew that. There has to be some validity. Don't get me wrong. Some of these people was, they crock pots and shit. They took me up in there and stuck something in my booty. I don't know about all that, but I know there's too many people who will tell you they seen something that was unexplainable. Like, man, I was riding one night and I seen, there's no describing it. There's no aircraft that's similar to this. So, but I tell you what else, what's even colder is they are still opening up the lies on their conspiracy against us as black people, because the Freedom of Information Act, which divulges all the old FBI files, the redacted, that means big black spots marker all over them where they blanking out a lot of information. You're talking about the assassination of the chairman. Kamar, when we had Chairman Hampton on here, Fred Hampton Jr., I almost got beat up because I kept saying his name and I wasn't saying chairman. It was on my heels. So you got to say chairman, goddamn it. It's like, whoa, shit, I'm sorry. but all of the assassinations, when there's Martin Luther King's family received money because the government admitted a role in the conspiracy involved with his murder. So and this is slowly being peeled back. So my trust of the government is a little leery right now. I feel like it's compromised, like it's a relationship that's compromised, because I just can't trust you. And that's the only thing I had about the vaccine. It wasn't that I was sweating it because people saying you can't ask what's in it. You drink malt liquor. Okay, I get your point, but it was just about the fact that enough information had not been given to me in regards to this vaccination or the infection, right? I know as long as I was drinking elderberry syrup when it first came, I didn't get it. Got away from it, came down with it. Got some more elderberry syrup and some other things, came up out of it. So it's like, okay, I don't necessarily trust what y'all telling me no more. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm a paranoid person. So but if you got it, God bless you. A lot of people still are catching it, and it ain't over. We think the pandemic over. Niggas done went back to sharing blunts and shit again. Some of y'all gonna be sick come June. Like,
Kel, some of us been out here the whole time. Like I don't know. I never knew I was never in the house. No. You know, I
Okay.
was an essential worker. I was kicking it still. I was flying. Like I've never, yeah. So everything everybody going crazy right now because they just not getting out. I mean, I've been out, so I'm not. I guess I'm not understanding because I kept kicking it. And I was like, fuck y'all, I'm out here, nigga.
That's real
Man.
talk
Yeah, it's
too.
been plenty of people traveling. It's been
My
people
Yeah.
life, my
traveling all
lifestyle.
2 years
Hey,
just
my
out here.
lifestyle before the pandemic didn't change when the pandemic changed. Like
You
that was
feel
always my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right,
don't really be around many people at one time unless I'm at
right,
an event or doing something. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of time at home. When I'm out in traffic, I'm by myself doing what I do. I drop shit off at people's door and I'm gone. And you know what I
right,
mean? It's the same lifestyle
right.
I've been living. I've
but
never
you
had to change
That's,
nothing.
Kamar, I gotta say this about
that's
you
been the
too.
same for me.
I've rarely seen you wearing a mask either. Like I haven't seen
Right.
like you probably wore. I'm not saying you ain't worn there, but I'm saying
I
you've
wear 'em.
been.
I wear 'em.
But I've seen you just kicking it like I'm good. Like no weapon form against me could prosper. Like
You
you
gotta
was one of
breathe the
them
air,
dudes.
Kev. That's how you know you gotta breathe.
Yeah, yeah. I called myself like that too till I was like, oh shit.
Hey, dig this. Hey, Kev, look. Hey, I know this may not have make no point to nothing, but you just said no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You know, all of those lines that go back to African proverbs too. You know what I'm saying? I made in the likeness of peace, in which nothing can disturb.
Okay,
You
okay.
dig what I'm
That's right.
saying? So you know
True.
what I mean. You talk about scripture. You know what I mean. Where scripture come from? A lot of the scripture come from our tradition. You know what I mean. Our spiritual system.
Right.
You're right. You're right. And I slid that in there, and not many people didn't even get it. See, so you know what I'm saying? Like Sammy Davis Jr. would say, "You get me. I dig it." Right? Like the worst Sammy Davis Jr. shit ever.
Oh gosh.
Right. Hey, but
Like,
that's what that scripture mean though when it say no weapon formed against
no, no,
shall
yeah,
prosper.
I was
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
calling myself being
Nothing can
clever.
be.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
that's
be.
what.
I didn't think you picked up on it, my brother. I didn't think you picked up on it.
So
Y'all
like
know what?
whenever I hear scripture in my brain, it translates. You know what I'm saying in a different way.
Okay.
That's why I could rock with anybody. You know what I mean? I could rock with Christians. I could rock with Muslims. I could rock with anybody. You know what I mean? I get it.
That's what's up, man. And I think that's why me and you jib so well. Cause I'm like that too. Like I ain't hard to get along with. Like I basically got two rules. Mind your business and be respectful. Like if you like pretty much all the other stuff you do, I could do like, okay, you steal, okay, you shoot a little heroin every now and then. It's okay, it's okay. But if
Well,
you disrespectful, it's just like, it's like, oh
it's
man,
okay.
I don't fuck with it. Like, okay, we'll get you some help, man. We'll get you some help and shit. We'll get you some help, man. But that's why I say, man, I'm easy to get along with.
Right.
I don't have like I don't have a lot of hangups. I'm pretty secure with who I am. So it's not like I'm ever, I see cats like get new shit or some fly shit, and they're like, hey man. And I think their expectation is for you to be mad or jealous or envious. Like these people say my haters. Like, okay, I'm not mad at you because I know that's an $800 a month car note. I ain't mad at that. You
Right.
go ahead, man. I'm good. So and not just that. I mean, if you prosper, it works out for me because I know if you get in ahead, eventually mine's is coming down the pipe too. So I'm easy to get along with too, like that, Kamar. So I feel you on that. You and when we talk about scripture, man, certain people get it and certain people don't. Like people don't keep it within context. They don't use it where it's applicable. They take it all over. The people running around. There wasn't even no J back then. Ain't no Jesus. Like,
It
dude,
wasn't no J back then in school.
right? But you doing too much. We know it. Like
Yeah.
we know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the whole time the Mexican like bullshit. That's Jesus. It wasn't. It's not like, hey, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, I always say, man, you only as smart or as dumb as the place that you standing at, because you either somewhere where you know what's going on or you somewhere where you don't have a goddamn clue. And believe me, you could be put in either position very fast. So don't ever I can make it anywhere. No, it's some places your ass won't. You gonna need some help. Like, man, my phone, can I do your charger? No, Mr. Solo Dolo, you don't need no goddamn phone. But now y'all seen this stupid. I'm gonna call him a cracker. I'm gonna call him a cracker. Is that racist?
No, cracker is not good because
Okay.
cracker, we always think stuff is a slur to somebody. Really, when actually it holds power. Cracker was something that was said to the master because it's the person that cracked the whip. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So to call Kyle Rittenhouse a cracker would be wrong because that's where
Yeah,
I'm going.
you know, slave master basically. Hey, little
Okay.
slave master boy.
I
Well,
don't
no, he could be called a cracker in that sense, or what Courtney just said.
that AR-15 cracked, didn't it?
Yeah, that he could be called a cracker.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
call him a cracker.
Look, very true. Like we,
AR-15 was cracking like a
and
motherfucker.
there, and there.
I know mine do when I shoot it, but that's a different show.
Yeah.
But so I'm saying he's come out now. We knew his crying act was fraudulent. We knew that all he was doing with it, and he had no tears and all. That's the cry I used to do when my mama threatened me with some more and shit. Like when my mama be like, "Shut that goddamn crying up," I'd be like, you know, you go into that. Like he was doing that. You see, he made a meme with the gas pump where he's like holding the gas pump up. America allows white dudes to get away with murder and tell you to kiss their ass. George Zimmerman signing bags of Skittles, and Rittenhouse is doing memes, appearing on CNN, and he requested, I would like my rifle back so I can destroy it, bro. They gonna take care of it. Now they said supposedly that rifle was melted down. If I see that rifle show up at a gun show in a few years, talking about it's a collector's item, somebody ass on the line. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I don't know, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna be pissed if I see it. But I just think it's ridiculous, man. That they could at least gave him some time in detention. Like this dude, 17 years old with an AR, done killed 2 whole people, and he got off. Ain't no probation, no parole. He ain't on paper. He ain't got piss in no cup, no nothing. I know dudes who slapped somebody and was on paper for 3 years. This is bullshit. So yeah, I called him a cracker. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all. I couldn't call him a slave master because him and his did his mom pass? Because I was dissing her saying she looked like Louis Anderson, and I don't want to disrespect the dead.
Damn. I mean, you've been saying that for a while. It's too late now, Kev. You've been saying it.
I
Don't.
can't take it back.
No.
And no take backs.
No, I've been saying it for the longest now.
Take backs. Ain't no take backs.
That's how you feel, and it's out there now.
Hey, this election is right around the corner, right? It's April 5th. So I want all y'all. I want to make sure all y'all vote, man, because you know Bob Donovan even came out today with his 3-pronged approach to deal with the car thefts, because you know car theft is still up in Milwaukee, right? And there's a guy from here who created a device called a no-go, and supposedly it works something like a kill switch. Now I'm still so they don't make kill switches anymore, because I know back in the day when I got an alarm, you had a kill switch too, which means it wouldn't start, the car wouldn't start. So this
You got that alarm put in?
Yeah, it would come with any
People
car
don't get
alarm.
alarms put in too much. Maybe guys, but most of us, it's the alarm that come with the factory vehicle. So I don't think we got
don't nobody do the aftermarket joint no more, huh?
Yeah.
That's why that shit getting snatched. Why they trying to be high powered, right? Like
Yeah.
I used to have an alarm, man. Motherfucker, if the wind blow too hard, the alarm go off.
right,
Yeah.
chirp. Or you had the one where your remote say somebody near your car. You wake up in the middle of the night, squirrel and shit. Somebody by my car. but so I'm saying this device, they demonstrated this story is in the People's News Network. They demonstrated this device. I guess it's like some either app, I don't know, but it would stop your car. But the car that they used was like a 2016 Cherokee. And this dude's like, well, they stole my car a couple times, so I got this system put in and it won't start now. I'm like, how can you tell? It's a 2017 Cherokee. That shit probably wasn't starting anyway. So I don't know. This is part of Bob Donovan. He wants checkpoints and shit set up. I was like, you don't sell me on this device about, oh, my car won't start when I got this on. I don't think that solves the Kia boy problem, because I don't think the Kias have the same technology. So I don't know. We got to vote, man. I know some of y'all don't want to vote for Bob Donovan. Some of y'all don't want to vote for Chevy Johnson. I had
Cavalier.
somebody. Is it okay? Cavalier. I'm sorry. We call him Chevy, right? Cavalier. That's his name. Lil dog. We talked about this on the show, like how we gonna vote. I had got some information that Aisha Griffith and another sister was running as write-in candidates, so that gave black people another option. But do we really want to take votes away from Cavalier so that Bob Donovan can win? Or I don't know. I'm confused. I need for the people to tell me, because I like to be on code. I like to know how we move in here.
There ain't no code.
Okay.
Right. What is Cavalier doing?
So
What
we
he
don't
offering?
know. So ain't no code. So we don't know what code to be on. Ain't no one accord on who we gonna vote for.
Mm-mm.
So
I don't.
unfortunately, yeah, you know what I mean. That could throw a monkey wrench in some shit.
Yeah, fuck around, be Bob out here. Because I mean, what did Cavalier offer? I mean, what
Well,
is he still just like a white man? What's happening here? What is?
You know,
he's
and even still, just because they offer shit, don't mean we gonna
I
get
mean,
it.
like what? Yeah, because they can say whatever. Most
campaign
definitely.
finance.
So yeah,
Campaign finance. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like I think I'm kind of feeling like I'm watching Milwaukee sleepwalk through this process. And I'm a little nervous. I was talking shit. I was just joking around. I wasn't really ready for Donovan to be the mayor, even though it would only be 2 years. I don't. That's me though. That's me. I'm. I feel like he, in terms of how he feels about people of color, I feel like he doesn't give a shit about us. And we had enough of that with Barrett because Barrett didn't give a shit about black people. I don't care how many. I know a lot of black people, and see, it's one thing I got to say. I've worked in the public forum for a very long time, and I've seen a lot of black people turn into absolute coons when Mayor Barrett would come in the room. I'm talking about brothers go from revolutionary to goddamn step and fetch it in 5 minutes. You be with this brother working. We every day it's about the people. This is what we need to do on the north side, brother. See, I'm gonna tell you how this game going. Soon as Mayor Barrett walk in the room, oh Lord, there goes the mayor. Oh, Mr. Mayor, I've been calling your office. And they say I just need your card. And Mayor Bear was smooth with this shit where he'd be like, oh yeah, I call you. Yeah, get my card. Yeah, I call this call. Yeah. And he would leave and they'd be like, he gave me his number. I'd be like, that motherfucker's never gonna call you. And if you call him, he's not calling you back, right?
Right.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I've seen this movie before, right? And it always came full circle to where the next time I seen the person, I said, "Did Mary Barrett ever call you?" Hell no. I call that motherfucker left 18 messages. He didn't give a shit about us, man. And that's why he just jetted off to Luxembourg, man. He's like, man, fuck this shit. Can you imagine Mayor Barrett reading the newspaper in the morning saying, man, shit. And they blaming me. Enough of this shit. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat wine and drink wine and eat cheese in Germany and shit.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how close. I don't know how close them bombs over there is to him. But somebody. That's another thing I want to ask y'all too. And we got to get this one before we get off the air. What's going on in the Ukraine? First of all, I said to black people we should stand in solidarity that there was a no vote on the Ukraine because I found out doing some research that they have a very Nazi sympathetic kind of society going where like Nazism is just part of it's just Tuesday over there. You know, it's like it ain't no big deal, right? Like, you know, oh, see, what's happening with you? It's that type of shit, like it's normal. So in that case, it's like for me, I'm looking at Russia like, hey, well, you know, y'all do what y'all gotta do. But
Yes.
it don't seem like Russia doing. Ain't Russia supposed to be nothing won this shit? Like remember the United States went to Kuwait and it was like 2 days and it was like we have officially taken over the country of Kuwait. But Ukraine is sitting right next to Russia. Russia got all this shit and they still fighting. How big is Ukraine? I didn't think
Right.
Russia over there struggling, but the government is, which I seen
Let's look
Biden
at our map.
already saying he was gonna send millions of dollars over there. Millions of dollars in aid to the Ukraines, and we got people struggling. That's why this goddamn inflation here is
Let's look at the
so
map, my
ridiculous.
friends. Can we see the map? This is
We see
Russia.
that.
And
Okay.
here we have Ukraine. Can we see it? Little tiny purple.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
We need
Russia.
to do that digitally. We kind of old school with our shit, but we get it.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
know, we got maps on the wall around here.
Nice map of Europe, right? Nice little European map. All black people need a map of Europe, right? I don't know, man. I'm still like, you know, I'm side eyeing Russia and Ukraine right now. I feel like this some Kanye DL shit, like this a publicity stunt. So the
I
United
do
States,
too, man. I be wishing I need to know somebody everywhere so I can make a phone call. Hey, man, what's happening? What is happening where you are?
right? Yeah, that'd
Because
be
I feel it's
cool.
one of them things where I also feel like they could tell us anything. We can't see that shit. We don't know.
Yep.
So like we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? And when you got to process it like that, like you never know if what they're telling you is accurate information. Like you might go if you was to sit down with Putin and have a conversation with him, he probably put you up on some shit you ain't even never even know. Like, man, let me
Right.
tell you about America, man. Like he lit a square and shit. Like, these motherfuckers last year, right? Like, it was finna get good when a black person start the story out. What had happened was, you like, oh shit, this shit get good. Let me give me a drink, man. Or when they say at the end of the day, you already know it's gonna go down in the story. But yeah, so I don't know, man. The United States is, in terms of foreign policy, they've run amok globally for a very long time. Like people always talk about Obama sending drones, killing women and children. Like that's Obama did that. Like he was like, yeah, going. He was cool in the day. At night, he's a drone sending motherfucker. I don't find a missile shit, man. I'm good. Like we people just loved him so much. Like they just, oh, he bombed some kids. It's all good. But I had to do that because yeah, because they told your ass to, right? Like I don't know. I don't trust the government, man. I think we gonna do it's time for us to do a conspiracy show. Kamar, what you think about that?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't trust it either, man. The conspiracy. Yeah, Courtney, you gonna love that one.
You already know
Uh,
I'm excited.
this conspiracy show, yeah. But, I don't know, man. I just like I say, I think we need to just let Russia and Ukraine figure that shit out. You know what I
Right.
mean? On their damn self. And
Like brother and sister.
if it's some business to be made, do business with whoever win.
Yeah, but they done paid their NATO fees though, because they part of NATO. Like when you done paid your fees, like it's like the syndicate. Like I'm paying you for, United States of America. Like, because he already
Why
said,
ain't nobody else? Why ain't nobody else interested in
They paid
jumping
us
in
to
that?
send that stuff we sent over. We sent them on some shit, didn't we? That's what.
Why ain't no other countries worried about that shit, sweating that shit?
See?
all I know is a Big Mac combo is $10 goddamn dollars. Something got to give.
What I wonder is what resource does Ukraine have? Because it's
Nazi.
always a resource. It's always a resource.
What's the GDP, right? Yeah. Okay.
You know
But
what I
do
mean?
y'all
That,
know?
like I say, we always talk about how these wars be economic.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What was it? Desert Storm was about oil. It was opium in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? It's something, man. It's something to it, dog. These
You know
motherfuckers don't
what?
go to war just
I
to
keep
take
hearing
care
it's
of
about
somebody,
oil.
just to
Again,
protect them
what
motherfuckers.
some of the supposed if it is war.
I thought it had something to do with some fuel pipelines and some of the, because Russia, is a big exporter of fossil fuels. So I thought it had something to do.
Something. And I
Right.
bet you the United States won't control of that shit or whatever it is. That's why they sticking their pink ass noses in it.
Yeah. Oh, but what I was gonna say, what I do know, what I did look up, it takes 15 to 20 minutes for a motherfucking nuclear bomb to get here from Russia.
Really?
I definitely Googled it. Like, how long do that shit take? How long do we have to prepare if we was finna 15 to 20 minutes from Russia to here?
I'm 15 minutes from right. I gotta see that.
That's what I said. I'm like, damn, how
Is
fast
they
do it
hiding
go?
this shit? Is they hiding this shit in Racine? Like how's that even possible? But listen, I thought we had like some kind of like missile system or some laser shit that would shoot this shit down. Like
Keep
that's
that
why
shit down,
Hope so.
yeah, they
I,
do. They keep that
Or
shit
we got
down.
20 minutes.
how long it take ours to
Like,
get to them? How long it take ours to get to them?
I ain't looked that up. I should have.
You always got to do both
Yeah, I
sides.
just want to see how long would it take for us to. How
Fire
long do we
yours, I
have?
fire mine, motherfucker. Boom, boom, damn, that motherfucker. Listen, if there shouldn't be no nuclear war because Ukraine and Russia is fighting. As a taxpayer, that's where the buck stopped for me. If they nuke, I'd be like, hold on, motherfucker, wait a minute. Y'all finna really do some nuclear shit over you? Once again, I'm like, come on, what do they even make? It ain't like they make Jordans, right? Like, cause the Jordan is just some new Jordans just came out. Yeah, I'm switching up on this shit.
We're gonna mess around and get into a Russia though, because we're the one we're hitting Russia with the sanctions, right? We the one that dropped their shit down to a penny. Fucking up. That's us, right?
That's what it's a coalition. Sleepy Joe said there's a coalition of like 27 countries,
He
and
lying. It's
they
just
was all
us.
united in it. So no, the United States got co-conspirators. I mean, big bank take little bank, so it's always you get the little man. You with us, man. It's Suge Knight.
See, but then Russia like fuck that. We bombing America. It's like they might be with us in this, but if it come down to it, we the ones that got beef,
Well, I tell you what,
and we got 20 minutes.
any country that's mad at me because of what our government does is piss poor. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I ain't got shit to do with that. But I'll tell you what else. The only way you better do it is to launch a bomb. Because if your ass pop a parachute in the sky on your way down, it's gonna be a lot of heat coming from the end of that couch. I plays no games with you. So because I ain't like Muhammad Ali said, I ain't got no beef with no Viet Congs. He said some shit like that, right? But that's how I feel. Right? I ain't even mad at Chinese people or whatever the fuck whatever he said, man. I mean, black people, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to like global shit, black people be like Brody, like they be the first ones to say, we gonna fight too. And I'll be like, y'all go ahead, man, because we don't have a good track record of give and take. We give, and all they do is just keep take it, man. So I love the brothers and sisters and pray for them, the ones that's over there, because they were trying to get their college education and get the GI Bill. And most of the time people get in the army think ain't gonna be no war. It's only 3 years, ain't shit gonna happen. Then you wake up and like Russia just invaded Ukraine. Shit. Like, don't answer your phone, nigga. Don't be trying to not answer the phone.
Definitely ignoring the phone. God damn it.
Reserve, nigga, get your ass up. You gotta go, nigga. You got a plane ticket waiting on you. This shit ain't even funny. I have no business making fun of that. I have no business. Y'all know in February that our detention center, the Vale Phillips detention center, held up at one point 141 kids. It's only built for a max capacity of 121. They had 141 youth offenders out there because crime is that elevated in Milwaukee.
Wait, I told you my son was just out there in February for getting into his first fight at MPS.
Okay.
So some of that shit is unnecessary as fuck.
Okay.
So, proceed.
There's a lot. No, it's $1 million worth of value to what you just said, because we talk about
that's how they criminalize our kids.
Exactly.
Get them early and hang some shit on them, to kind of keep them to keep them from getting ahead. Like, you got a conviction on your record, like
and get them comfortable with going to jail.
Right.
Early on. Yeah, early on.
I read that since when this happened, I started doing research, and this didn't happen when I was in school. So around 2014, 2015, they changed to where when fights happen to school, the school no longer handles it. They call the police off rip.
Okay.
And that's that. And I mean, it was the next day. He came home, suspended. The police came to the crib next day and took him to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, all of these, what they call the young people now call them red flags, right? All these red flags in our city. Like, I was sitting around one day and I was thinking about Milwaukee. I was like, why the fuck do I still live here? I'm like, I'm watching, just looking at Facebook, looking at the news, reading the newspaper. And it's, 5 people got shot over here, 3 over here. An old lady got hit in the head with a brick over here. A little kid over here missing. Oh, there's a car crash and police chase. I'm like, this city is fucked up. Now, I have to, Kamar has me centered. I always talk about Kamar has my spiritual, he's my spiritual advisor, and he's telling me, Kev, you got to stay centered, right? You got to meditate, right? And so I'm saying I'm sitting around meditating, but while I'm meditating, I'm hearing sirens. I can't concentrate on meditating when it's sirens all damn night and all damn day. So it's messing up.
That's the thing, Kev. You got to practice.
Okay.
You got to practice. Eventually, you'll be able to meditate through anything.
Okay.
I'm moving away from the sirens now, Kev. I'm moving away from 53206. This is my shit though. Whoop whoop. But I'm out.
Hey, I was in the garden. I was down at the garden last year venting. Around the end of the year, all the bees come out and all that shit, right? So there's a whole bunch of bees out there when we be out there. And man, I'm gonna tell you, dog, it's an amazing feeling. Like when you can close your eyes and meditate, and them motherfuckers buzzing around you, and you just forget all about that shit, man, and be able to enjoy the moment.
Whoa.
But as soon as you open your eyes and see these, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother story. But you know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you, dog, it's real like that. And for some reason, They don't mess with you. They won't
Okay.
mess with
Wow. I don't know how I would ever test that, because if I'm meditating and like I tend to be able to hear that. So it's gonna wake me up out of meditation, like the big ass beef thing.
you. Take practice.
Wow. So you a Zen master. You like floating in the whole nine type
I
like
think I'm no master. I ain't no master. I just practice.
when you got that glow.
Did I get a chance? I go into the meditation at any time, man.
I know I'm fucking with you. I know you get down, man. I gotta have some fun with it, man. You know. No, but you know what? What you just said lets me know that there's a whole other level, because I'm so far away from being able to do that, to lock in into meditation and have like bees, and me knowing that it's bees flying around. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to go meditate in the car, man, because I don't want to get stung and shit. Like, so I got a lot of work to do. For real, for real. That's real talk. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. That showed me how far away I am really with dealing with all that kind of stuff. Because I'm
But there's
It's
also meditating
it's
in the
the people.
moment.
It's the
You know,
people
being
looking.
is, that's another form that a lot of people can't do and won't do. Like actually to just focus on being in the moment. Most time in our moments we think about the future, we think about the past, what we finna do, what we need to do, what we gonna do. But to actually just be in the moment, whatever you're doing, and
Yep.
just focus on the moment. You know what I'm
That's why I
saying? Don't
put
don't
those
try not
remote
to think
control
about shit
cars
else
out,
except for the
man.
moment you're in, the shit around you, and taking that in. And that's kind of hard. Like if you sit there and try to do that when we get off, just try to focus on the moment you're in and not think about what you finna do or what you gotta do. Just that's the thing too.
wow. You learn something new every week. Braille, now you do this because now Braille over there, he quiet. He's a new outlaw. He ain't really aggressive with taking the mic yet, but you do this meditation thing too. Because I see your social media posts. You in
Yeah.
stuff. I'm saying this kind of you people. This is things you people do, right?
There you go.
You meditating Negroes, the spiritual Negroes, right? But you
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like I like mind science, and like that's what I include in my book, because your brain don't know the difference between reality or imagination. If you think of some scary ass shit while you down in the basement loading your clothes in the dryer, the hair on the back of your neck still gonna stand up and ain't nothing happening. So your mind don't know. So that's what meditation is to me. Is It's me not allowing external stimulation to tell me what to be thinking about or how to feel. I choose what to think about and how to feel. So, like, a lot of
Right.
times I picture my children smiling. I think of times where we laughing together. I done made them laugh. They think I'm crazy. So, like, just shit like that, it changes your body on the molecular level. You start producing oxytocin, the bonding hormone. You start producing dopamine. That's why my book is 12 Steps to Become Your Own Dope, because the drugs and shit people take, they just hitting the same receptors. So it's like hitting a light switch, but we hitting that switch in different ways. One person might eat chocolate, one person might watch a 30-second TikTok. So shit like that. So when you know how things work, you can begin to make it work for you. And because I know how the mind work, that's what I deal with, like mental alchemy. So that's my meditation. I visualize, I affirm, I choose what I want to think about and
You
what I want to
also,
be aware
you
of.
also can go into reprogramming your thinking, your thought,
Exactly.
Yeah.
programming your brain through meditation.
Yep.
You think about your trigger moments. Think about your trigger moments and start visualizing yourself handling them better.
Right.
And you do this over and over and over during these meditations.
How I'm the only one who ain't up on this shit on the show. Everybody up in here all meditated up and shit and all in charge of their chi. My chakra's been gone. Like I'm like, I don't know how to do none of that shit. Like
Like
this.
y'all should be fucking up. It's
Ain't
nothing you
nothing
gonna do.
gone. You just gotta activate it. Ain't nothing gone. You just gotta activate it, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That's messed up. That's messed up. Y'all done wonders for my self-esteem tonight. I feel so uninvolved and shit. Like I feel like I'm always laughing at everybody else. I feel like I'm the plantation nigga now. Like, oh, take me with you when you go back up north. Leave me down
Yeah.
here.
That's what we're gonna do. All sit here, meditate, and zone out. Your ass stuck right here, kid. Damn.
All right. I tell you, some goddamn edibles again. I meditate. My ass was meditating that night. I was in this motherfucker like,
God damn, kid.
I was in this motherfucker animated high, right? I was high as a cartoon. You know how high you got to be high as a cartoon? I was high as a cartoon. Don't do it, man. Be careful with them edibles, man. I know y'all looking for some stress relief. That's what the conversation about this whole situation was, just in case you just tuning in to Outlaw Radio. You're like, man, I tune in for the shit. They talking about some mental alchemy and man, what to do with the turban. We're talking about mental alchemy. I still don't know what he was talking about when he said alchemy. I just know he used the word alchemy. I was wrong with that shit. Like, yeah, like
I gotta get retwisted. That's
be
why I
better,
rock my
Kev, on doing
turbans.
trolls. So
I'm gonna be rocking them until I get retwisted up.
No, that's not. I'm saying
I like, man, everybody have my turbans.
Right.
Let me reevaluate this shit. People calling in and bringing up. They're like, damn. Like motherfuckers, like no, like I just decided to grow my hair out type shit.
Oh man,
it's like damn. I thought Andre 3000 paved the way for us niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I'm no island, peninsula maybe.
Look, he did. He did.
No show, dog. Kev got 3,000. No. I'm trying to. What I'm trying to say is, we are all looking for an alternative to the stress, because right now is a very stressful time for Black people. Right now is a very, very tenuous time in our communities. There's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of dysfunction, a lot of craziness. And we deal with a lot of hyperactive, kind of crazy situations. You didn't got blessed with the vitality, huh?
Yeah, man, I had to put it out real quick. But
so no, I want people, if you are dealing with something, if you are seriously listening to this show and we joking around and shit, we just joking around, laughing and playing and shit. But if you're dealing with something, and I know a lot of us are dealing with something, that's why I always tell my people right now, I stole this shit from somebody when I say, it's okay not to be okay right now. I understand if I say, man, how you doing? And you say, man, I'm going through something, man, but I'm gonna be all right, Kev. I get it. I say, man, it's cool that I'm glad that you understand it and you gonna fight your way through it. When I meet with somebody who say everything all good, I ain't got a problem, it ain't shit wrong, then I'll be like, this motherfucker on some edibles or something. I don't know. I don't know what they doing, but so it's okay to not be okay. So that means we need alternatives to what they prescribe us. Because when we go see these people, it's like even with your physical health, right? Like I'm a big Black man. I got the curse. I got the diabetes and the blood pressure. So when I go see a doctor at a hospital, what they're gonna do is they're gonna just prescribe me as many pills as they can fit on a piece of paper, because they're gonna get paid and Big Pharma got to get paid. And some of that stuff I need it. I say, okay, it helped me with my blood pressure. But there's some natural things that I could do to work in tandem so that my blood pressure will be regulated as well. And there's nothing wrong with seeking out those alternatives. So when we start talking about meditation and stuff like that, because it's something that people have never thought of. I put it to you like this for brothers who are on my level, the cavemen out there. If you ever just had some heavy shit on your mind and you got up real early in the morning and just sat and watched the sun come up, that's some of the best goddamn thinking you done ever got done in your life. It's some of the most peaceful, the best tranquility you've ever had in your life. And that's a form of meditation. I wasn't totally zonked out, but I was in my head. I wasn't even thinking about what was happening because I'm focusing like, man, look at the sun coming up. And so seek these alternatives out, because the only thing left is chemical dependency or trying to manifest some sort of behavior to relieve your stress. I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna take it out on the next one, I'm gonna beat somebody's ass, I'm gonna smack my woman, I'm gonna beat my kids, whatever it is that people do to themselves, man. We gotta look for alternatives. It's okay for us to try some shit. It's okay for you to try and meditate. I tried it, it didn't work for me. That's why I'm admitting it. Like, I ended up just sitting there doing this every 2-3 minutes. Like, what the fuck was that? I heard something. Woke me up on my damn meditation.
Oh my God.
It's okay to try it, man. Now the summertime is coming. Sunday was the first day of spring.
We
Uh,
outside.
I know. So that's what I was about to say. It's been some beautiful days. I want to know what everybody done with the sunshine. Real, what you do when it was sunny outside?
Oh man, I got in that backyard, started getting my garden beds together, man. I'm looking forward to growing this year. I want to put a new garden bed up out there just dedicated to greens. So I call it deep freezer. So I want to grow some greens and bust them down and freeze them for the wintertime.
Okay, okay,
Oh,
that's what's
real?
up. Yeah, man. I you know what? I did a garden about 10 years ago. Out of the blue. I just told my wife I'm gonna do a garden. She looked at me, you don't know shit about no garden. She forgot my mom and daddy from Metallica County, Mississippi. So that's all we did growing up. My parents was them parents who was living in the city, but they were still country
Yeah,
is all outdoors. So that's all we
yeah.
did was grow and garden and hunt and fish and skin and gut and cut and all that kind of
See,
stuff.
them some valuable skills, man,
Yeah.
especially around this time. See, for somebody like me, I find myself like my grandparents passed on before I even thought to want those skills.
Okay.
So now I'm teaching myself how to garden, and now this year I'm about to teach myself how to do composting and jarring. But
Mm,
that shit that everybody knew how to do, you know, back in the day, John, or had the bacon grease on the kitchen stove and shit.
Yeah,
I mean, we
exactly.
don't know that stuff. Like when you think about how far off we don't fell off, man. If you think about like back in the day, like we lacked the skills that like an indigenous child would have had. They know what plants to eat, not eat, how to find clean water. I don't know that shit, but now that I'm aware, that's what I'm doing with my time, trying to learn that kind of stuff. Because if they ever hit that switch or pull that plug, my kids can't eat no excuses. I want to be able to still provide for my kids if this whole system kind of gone somewhere.
Survival
yeah.
skills. Yeah, survival skills matter, and I feel like nowadays, at this age, that's been an issue. Well, now we finna change the whole thing in my dating life. It's like now with me dating, when you ask me, you know how to hunt, you know how to garden, you know how to fish, and don't. So I don't know how to do it. It's like I want to learn how to do it. I'm planning on learning these things, but a lot of us do not know these basic survival skills. Like if everything was to turn off right now while we podcasting, a lot of motherfuckers shit just gonna go to shit.
Yeah, the whole situation is going down the drain in a hurry. People are dependent on this grid. Yes, yes, indeed. I would say I'm only limited by my physical limitations just since I've had this back issue and I had to get this surgical procedure. But because, like I said, we grew up, my brother joke about it all the time. Like, if the lights go out, it's good. I know how to get the rifle and go do what I need to do and make it, or break ground and dig and grow and garden.
That's
My
dope
parents,
as hell, man.
they was country and they made I didn't have a choice. It's not like, when I was little, where we going?
Yeah,
The garden. We seriously had a garden that was like a half acre in West Dallas before they had fully built it out, and
man.
it had everything in it. So you went out there and picked tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini. My mother had beans. She put all this shit up and
Hey,
she canned it and put it up and froze it, so we ate all winter. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's dope as hell. I'm
but it's
trying to get some land, man.
it's something to be said about gardening though. It is kind of soothing. And somebody tell me that just putting your hands in the soil is kind of like a therapeutic thing, and it does something with your with the energy. And I don't know what the correct
It
term.
actually it heals your body. It's called grounding. We're electric beings, no different than a battery or shit like that. So the earth is full of negative ions, and
Okay, yep, that's
when we connect with the earth, we take on those negative ions to kind of balance out those positive ions that cause inflammation and shit like that. So actually grounding and touch, like, man, we wear shoes with rubber soles. So we're actually, like we're electric beings and supposed to exchange energy with the earth, but we cut from it. So when we cut from it, the water in our body acts as an antenna. So we pick up all the EMF bullshit in the air. So like, yeah, man, just they showed that 20 minutes of just being like, I got outside today in the sun, took my shirt off, was down to my beater, and took my shoes off. Shit look country as hell walking in my front yard barefoot through the grass, but I wanted to get my 20 minutes of sun on my skin and 20 minutes of earth under my feet because they showed 20 minutes significantly reduce inflammation in your body. It helps homeostasis. It helps soothe irregular heartbeat. It's man, they lied to us about so much shit. They don't teach us shit. Like there's a way to sleep. Like you supposed to sleep on your left side because of how your stomach is shaped. Like that'll prevent you from getting heartburn, all kinds. But you know they don't teach us nothing, man. But yeah, just touching the earth has so many health benefits.
What you do to enjoy the sunshine, Courtney?
I was out here. Yeah. No, I mean no, but so Sunday, I took the kids to the park. We were out there on the jungle gym and just playing, exploring. Then we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and that's when shit got real a little bit, But we made it
Get
back
your hands
home.
out my pocketbook.
But I'm one of the parents. I got that bedtime 8:00. A lot of people don't have bedtime for their kids 8:00, so we home by like 7:30, so I can take this shower and go to bed. And then today I was just out in the world, moving and grooving, busting moves, but also making sure I stood out in the yard and I was soaking in some sun because it hasn't been out like that. So trying to get it while I can because we don't know what's gonna fuck around snow or something. They're gonna knock on wood.
You done
but
cursed us. You done cursed us already and shit and
it
said
ain't
it.
gonna snow, man. It's gonna be good.
Oh
It's
shit.
spring.
Come on, what you do for the sunshine? I know you was moving and grooving. What you doing this when the sun finally peaked out?
Shit, man, working, running around, getting supplies and deliveries and shit. Getting ready for me this Monday.
Okay. Okay. Are y'all out of food? Y'all out of food yet or what?
I don't know. I'm sitting outside. I don't know what's going on in there. I know it's past 9 o'clock and we supposed to be done.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I just wanted people to know we finna close it out. We got to get Courtney's corner. Cause I don't know. I don't know if she ready for us this
I
week.
am.
Okay, we got to get Courtney's corner. Put us up on some literature.
I am.
Right?
This
That's
a
fine.
good one today. Ooh,
Okay.
this
Let
good.
me give you your
Play my
intro.
music. So today, the book of the week is Kunyaza, The Secret to Female Pleasure. Ooh. So, it's a lot of people that really don't know what to do with
Whoa.
sex. Not like I'm just a sex connoisseur, but a lot of people don't know what to do. Even when it comes to, a lot of guys don't even finger females. They like, no, I don't do that. It feel weird. But this book is going to show you where the G spot at. It's going to show you how to make people have numerous orgasms, how to make people squirt. It's going to show you different positions. It's going to show you the things, rather your penis size, small or little, how you can make people have great pleasure with sex. A lot of people need this. Order on Amazon.
Is that a black
Kunyaza.
book? Is it African? Is this like some African like black knowledge or something? Because the name
It's
sounded
definitely some black knowledge. It came from us. We know everything. Come on now. We know everything. Come on, Cat.
right. I'm old. I've
But
been
this
married
book's
I've
gonna
been
tell
married
is
20
for any
years.
man and also for women, because women, I was never a woman that just explored her body. I mean, I still don't. I'm not a person that touches their stuff. But if you would like to know more about your body as a female, hey, get this book as well. Learn some stuff about yourself. If you're not a toucher, be a reader. Okay?
Wow.
Learn
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
And then
I
be a
don't know.
doer afterwards. Find you a little partner. Don't just find one. But if you have a partner, if you meet someone, y'all it's gonna be a thing. Kunyaza.
I don't know. I've been married 20 years. They don't put this shit
Get
in
it.
no
It's gonna
book.
be a thing.
They don't put this in no book no more. This is OT
Get this book.
status.
It's gonna be a thing. She gonna be like, "Ooh, Kevin."
If we tell you we gotta kill you, that's where we live at.
Kunyaza people.
Kenyaza, who's the author?
It is Habib Akande.
Oh Lord, Habib talking about sex.
Akande. Yeah. It's gonna tell. Hold on. Let me tell you. The benefits of Kunyaza include facilitates female ejaculation and/or squirting, triggers multiple orgasms in women, brings women to climax in less than 5 minutes, helps men last longer in the bedroom, enhances female pleasure, stimulation of the K spot, the G spot, and effective treatment for female orgasmic disorder.
Wow. I don't know. I think brothers would be ashamed to be seen buying that book. Like, don't
You're
nobody
on Amazon. They ain't gotta go nowhere. So it gets, and then it's in the package. So don't nobody know what you got.
I come over your house and that's on the table. What you reading, bro? Oh man, my girl's reading that.
People
No,
need
you
to
reading
know.
this
Hey,
shit.
do not be ashamed. A lot of people need to know. A lot of people, there are a lot of statuses when you hop on Facebook talking about how men aren't making female have orgasms. Females aren't orgasming. You know, you guys are. You guys always get off. We don't. So how about you care a little bit? Get
Why you,
kanyazi.
that's why you can't put all your business on Facebook. Real, what's up with your books, man? That's why you can't put all your goddamn books
It's all over Facebook.
on there talking all that shit. I'm not gonna send you a book. What's up with your book, Real? I
Hey
want
man, they
Courtney sound effects.
nah, they doing good, man. You know, they here. I guess I could hold them up too.
That's right.
Uh 12 steps to becoming your own dope, you know, my self-love journey and 12 things I did to get my mind, body, and spirit right, helped me lose 125 pounds, helped me cultivate a deeper connection with God that, you know, like I said, I was in church 20 years, but, you know, I think I felt closer when I started gardening and just seeing how, you know, life worked together in symbiosis, you know. But then I got my gratitude journal because you know you cultivate a lifestyle of gratitude. It'll help you persevere through a lot of endeavors and things like that, adversities, because you can try to find that silver lining in any situation.
Hmm. Deep, deep, deep. I don't know. I think this might be one of the deepest shows we done because rarely do we go through the progression of different sorts of meditation and Kama Sutra or Quasi Fume or whatever.
Kanyaza.
Condoleezza Rice, right? Like we went through all the whole progressions. Y'all make sure y'all get with my brother Kamar with the Meatless Mondays. Make sure y'all get on his line. The Vitality, you still doing the strawberry joint? Because I didn't taste the strawberries. Are you discount? Because you were
Yeah,
doing, you were coming in with a flavor and
I'm
then take it away.
doing it. On the first, I'm still doing them. On the first, I'm starting pineapple, but you'll still be able
Ooh.
to get the strawberry and at Honeybee Sage.
Okay. Now, is it true what they say about pineapples? It's supposed to be something to make man strong. Supposed to make man strong. Is it some truth
Well,
to that?
no, but I don't know, man. But what I do know is if you eat more fruit and vegetables, I mean, you taste better.
Okay. This show is just getting more and more X's as we move along. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for it to be
You
this
just got to
nasty
tell
tonight.
people it's real stuff, though. You know, it's real. People should know these things. They need to know these things. Drink water as well. Water's good. Black seed oil, you know what I'm saying? Add that to a drink once a day, smoothie. Maybe get some black seed oil capsules or something if you were able to take capsules. You know, just enhance your
I
life.
got black seed oil on deck.
I was just gonna
Okay.
say, couple soon with algae. You know, we all got it. Whatever you need, we got it. Between myself, the
Yeah,
witch doctor, real, we all
yeah.
have it.
Bro, you better get in on
Yeah.
the ground floor. You
Oh
Russ had
yeah,
herbs over
man.
here
Shit,
too. Shit.
I'm still a hemp processor, so I still be having the CBD on deck. I can't advertise it on Facebook like I would like because they be on my heels. I'm in Facebook jail right now.
Hey,
So
God damn.
so so you know, but yeah, I still be having the CBD edibles, the Delta 8, Delta 10, whatever you need, you know,
hey.
health and beauty products, the CBD infused lotions, bath soaks, and shit like that.
Oh, go
Man. Van Glorious and my Professor X, the Overseer voice tonight, man. The seasons are changing. It's about to be warm outside. Y'all got to get your head on the swivel. Be careful. The crime in our city is actually elevated past where it was at last year this time. Do not allow yourself to be lied to or led astray or disillusioned by those who will want your vote, only to turn their backs on you and not ever look out for your best interests. We need to be more proactive in our community to stop violence, meaning we need to talk to each other and get better relationships with each other. I understand that there's some individuals who are compromised by the poisons of our society, whether it be chemical dependency or whether it be some sort of systemic infection that they may have inherited upon their birth, meaning that they were born into a dysfunctional situation and they've never been able to persevere enough to get up out of it. But this is can be a very treacherous time of the year when the sun comes out. The vitamin D energizes us. It makes us act a certain kind of way. The whole energy in our neighborhoods, in our communities changes when the sun comes out. Once we all get exposed, our bare arms start soaking up these rays. We get a little bit more aggressive. We want to be more proactive in the things we do. I want to party. I want to barbecue. I want to get out here. What he looking at? What's she looking at? I beat your ass. And we know what happens after that. We got to be safe, man. We got to be aware that nobody right now really has a definitive plan to deal with any of the issues that plague our community. And so when we look at our leadership, it's piss poor at best. It's not personal, it's business. The business of guiding the quality of life in our city. That's what the business is. When you put your name on the ballot and I vote for you, you are now in the business of improving the quality of life. If you think you're there for any other reason, then you're sadly mistaken. And these are the things that we need to start saying to our elected officials. No more excuses. Please, no more press conferences. Stop it. Enough is enough. All right. We've heard the same old story for years. Hell, I'm 46 years old, and this situation in my community has changed barely in the last 30 years. And I'm glad I'm old enough to say that now, because from 10 years old all the way up until now, I still see a lot of the same parallels that I seen when I was a youngster. Only difference is now I don't got to stay in the house. I can go out and get involved. And I did at one point jump off the porch and go get involved with them, only to come back to my understanding now, which is it was bullshit then and it's bullshit now. You either part of the problem or you part of the solution, man. Get your mind right. I'm not saying you got to be this super activist in the morning or you got to be brother love. I understand of dismissing pacifism because I'm not going to allow anybody to exploit, extort, or brutalize me. But at the same time, I still need to have ration. I need to have logic. I need to be able to process information and have conflict resolution skills. Because if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it for me. They rather give me some pills or give me some drugs or put me in a program that mandates my behavior and how I move. These are the things that we need to know, y'all. We will be back tomorrow night for the Big Black Sports Show, and then we'll be back Wednesday night for some good Outlaw Radio. And Thursday we'll do Outlaw Nation because just talking about entertainment and the foolishness that they do sometimes is funny. In the meantime and in between time, take this with you. If your criticism of the black community outweighs your contribution, your ass is most definitely a coon. I see y'all tomorrow night, man.
Peace.
Either you are with us or you are against us.
So